So today I have very strongly, very patriotically commuted the sentence of a patriot, a person who supported me, a person who we have great respect for, George Santos. Okay? Now, Santos is somebody that I actually have a lot of respect for in terms of getting away with lies and sort of taking money from other people, money that didn't belong to him. And I sort of look at this, excuse me, from a deal sort of standpoint, from a talent, okay? Sometimes people do things that aren't okay? But if you see they have talent, it's more of a crime, it's more of a waste if you sort of don't use the talent. Now, as many of you know, we're having issues with a country called Venezuela, and it started in the 1980s when Los Angeles, which has for a long time been a very woke radical left uh, place, they had Fernando Valenzuela mania. Okay, it was a sickness. They were going crazy for this person, and they never, they sort of it was that it was sort of that culture. Okay, I'll call it culture. I'll say it's a culture that allowed Venezuela today to become a communist hellhole. And the leader of it is Nicolas Menudo, who was another person who infiltrated. He was the 80s. If I was dominating the 80s. It would have been better if I was president during the 80s. All due respect to Richard Reagan, who was very good from people we've talked to. He was very well respected, very strong, but he was no Trump. And he allowed Fernando Valenzuela mania to take over California, and he allowed Menudo to take over our pop charts, and they weren't even speaking English, even then. And now we have Nicolas Menudo, who is a drug trafficking monster. Imagine if soon-to-be mayor and destroyer of New York, Mamdani, imagine he also was a drug trafficker and doing boy band stuff. That's what's in charge of Venezuela now, Nicolas Menudo. So our plan is to do a coup. And notice we pronounce the P because the French are weak and they do silent Ps. We do loud Ps. And we're going to do a coup on Nicolas Menudo, and then we are going to install the very talented, the very strong George Santos as the new president of Venezuela.